Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday there was a standoff in EMBAKASI East at the Jakaranda ground between the supporters of William Ruto and Babu Owino, because both of these two people had booked the same ground for their function on the same day. But it emerged that Babu Owino finally withdrew. So William Ruto was given a chance to go ahead, and the police were in that area. But it emerged that before Ruto arrived at that event, there was a bit of exchange of stones. I was thinking to share that video here, but because of the YouTube standard practice, it will not be good for me to share. It can injure this channel, because it can either attract a strike, and if not a strike, then a warning. So because of that, we will just go through what William Ruto shared, the response from Raila, and what other people are saying, like Robert Alai and other bloggers. Yes. So according to William Ruto, he was clear that the stoning was planted by Raila Amolo Odinga to disrupt him and stop his rally. But Raila Amolo Odinga's response is clear that William Ruto is planting his own stoning so that he can earn sympathy from Kenyans. And Robert Alai is trying to expose those people who are exchanging stone, showing that even William Ruto supporters who have been wearing the black t-shirt with a yellow arm in the middle of the t-shirt were throwing stones, and it is clear, you can see from those photos shared. This is what William Ruto said. Let's go through it. He shared the photo of the vehicle that were being stoned there, and a video when they were running helter-skelter. Mr. Kitandawili, the Lord of Violence has done it again. Hired innocent, desperate, and jobless young people, victims of his sabotage of the Big Four job plan, to shed innocent blood in his eternal quest for power. What a shame on Father's Day. Mr. Father of Violence, freedom is coming August 9th. That was William Ruto. Now, Raila Odinga responded to William Ruto. Raila responded, because Ruto seemingly is showing that Raila Odinga is the one who planned, supported, and paid the youth to go and disrupt his rally. But Raila is responding, Mr. 6 Month, for how long will you blame everyone for everything that befalls you? It's not okay to be rudderless, clueless, and planless. This country is slowly overcoming fraudsters and shortcuts that define your politics. Maliza uende. There is no room for sympathy vote. So Raila is very clear. He's telling William Ruto, Maliza uende, because Ruto even was not ready, and he's not ready. He will never be ready to resign. The only remaining thing is that after this election, he has to hand over the office to Martha Karua and the entire team there. Now, that was Raila Odinga responding to William Ruto, telling him clear that there was nothing like stoning at Jakaranda. The real issue was that Ruto planted for his own stoning in that area. But again, Robert Alai shared 2 videos showing the men in black t-shirt with an arm in yellow color in the middle of that t-shirt. These people were throwing stone, while William Ruto was coming from the other side in his vehicle. This is what he's saying. They did it for propaganda purpose. Because you can see from the photo, we have the people wearing black t-shirt. This black t-shirt has been associated with the Kenya Kwanza. They are wearing black, white, green, and yellow. So you can see this were William Ruto supporters. So Raila Odinga is saying that Ruto planned for his own stoning. Robert Alai is confirming how the stoning was going on. So who to believe in this scenario, while William Samoei Ruto is putting blame on Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, there is a political lesson here for William Ruto, and we want to look into that. But before we go deep into this, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, for us on this channel, we are not supporting violence. Violence should be condemned with the strongest term possible. We need a peaceful campaign and a peaceful election. But it is emerging that yes, there will be some level of violence, some of which is true. Your opponent planting violence to disrupt your meeting, and other violence is just a propaganda, a frame-up whereby someone planned his own attack so that at the end of the day, he's going to win or earn sympathy. You know that you are not welcome in such area, or you are not popular in a specific area. And because you want to attract sympathy and get votes, you just plan people to stone you because there was some level of resistance. Just plan for your own stoning, disruption, so that at the end of the day, you will end up earning sympathy and you become a center of conversation in the mainstream media and the social media. That is another possibility. And that's why Raila Odinga is saying that Ruto is clueless, planless. And he has been surviving on such kind of politics, shortcut in politics. So he's looking for sympathy in Nairobi because he don't attract numbers in Nairobi, he don't have supporters in Nairobi, and it has been crystal clear that Ruto has been surviving on hired crowds. You hire people come in the buses, then it shows that you have support, and after that, yes, you will have your rally. The biggest problem has been transforming this crowd into votes. That is where he has failed totally. So because of this, he can use other means to attract numbers. That can be truth. But again, another political lesson here. If it was true that William Samoei Ruto was being thrown yesterday, he should ask himself, where was he in 1992 when we had what we called Youth for Kano 92, YK 92? Where was William Samoei Ruto? Was he against impunity or he was supporting impunity? That's why even today, Raila is saying that he cannot attract sympathy. He should just prepare to go. Finish and go. We have people who would want to sympathize with William Ruto. But when they remember what Ruto was supporting in 1992, during the Moi regime, you find no reason why to sympathize with William Samoei Ruto. There is no reason. Because at one time, he was supporting impunity. This time around, it is falling on his side. So there's nothing to sympathize with him, but instead it is good for having such a room to learn his own political lesson so that in the near future, he can know what to say and how to say when someone else is facing such scenario. Some time back in 2017, Musalia Mudavadi, who is supporting him today, Wetangula, in NASA that time, when they were supporting Raila Odinga, they were facing rough situation. Raila was tear gassed. But Ruto alikuwa anaambia Raila, wachana na Matiang'i afanye kazi yake. That time he never condemned the police. This time around it is falling on his face now. So whom does he want to sympathize with him? No one is going to buy into the issue of father of disruption, stone throwing. No one is going to sympathize with William Samoei Ruto. Because in the past time, Ruto has supporting violence. Ruto has been supporting Impunity Act that has been faced Kenyans. Raila has been visited with a lot of impunity from the state. But Ruto was on the side that was supporting those Impunity Act. So it is good he's learning, and maybe this could be also an introduction just to opposition. Remember, he has never been in opposition. He has never survived there. He has always found his way in the government. But maybe after this election, there is possibility Ruto could be heading to the opposition, a place where he has never been, and is trying to use every means possible to try and put this situation like as if he has been stoned, so that he will find a reason to complain to the IEBC. And this could be just also another way to try and maybe push IEBC in a corner to block Raila Amolo Odinga from contesting in this election, so that he can be cancelled. Because if you will find that you are causing violence on your opponent, then that can force IEBC to disqualify you. Ruto could be using his own disruption propaganda to look for a way that Raila Odinga can be disqualified in this election. That is another possibility. So it is time for Ruto to learn his own lesson. The people he's standing with, they have been in this mess, Mudavadi and Wetangula. But Ruto has never tested this. And this could be one of the reasons why Ruto refused to resign. Because if Ruto had resigned, he will not be standing with the title of deputy president. He will not be wearing a cap of the deputy president. That means if police were to disperse people here, he will be visited with tear gas, just the same way Raila Odinga was visited with tear gas in 2013, 2017, na hizo miaka zingine zote. In fact, even when the bishop like Njoya and the team were against the dictatorial regime during the Kano time, they were being beaten. Their bones were broken. They faced a lot of pain situation. But Ruto, who seemingly he wanted to project himself as a church project, he was never against those impunity acts. Instead, he was silent and silently supporting that kind of practice. This time round, it is emerging that he has to face it. So, it's time to learn a political lesson for William Ruto. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.